I'm David Sylvester, born and raised in Philadelphia, Central High School, Temple University, and I am a personal trainer, and probably my biggest claim to fame is that I rode a bicycle around the world.
My story starts off here when I'm a baby, just as anyone's story starts off. But for all intents and purposes, my story probably really starts off here in the 4th grade when I have one of my earliest remembrances of him, Kevin Bowser. But it wasn't just him, Kevin Bowser. It was them, the twins. And the twins were Kevin and Kelvin Bowser. They're 10 years my senior, but I never felt 10 years their junior. They were my father's best friend's sons, and they were everything to me. My coaches, my neighbors, my mentors, my friends. They were the men I wanted to be as a boy. Kevin commuted back and forth to his job every day at the World Trade Center from Philadelphia for 20 years. And then came
My friend was killed on September 11th. Every idea that people had in terms of to make the world a better place or whatever, people were really, really open to it. It was really a time that I hadn't experienced in this country, my whole life, where everybody was open up to the idea of doing whatever you can. So when I said I was going to ride my bicycle across the United States in 2002, everybody's like, yeah, go for it, go for it.
my bike through Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Canada, New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire, to Maine, and then to Massachusetts, and then to Connecticut, and to New York, this time to New York City and the site of the World Trade Centers at some of the various memorials that had been established to drop off a picture of Kevin that I've been carrying with me the whole time.
It was an amazing experience, and I mean, people's hearts, people's minds, everybody was open to it, not just here, but along the road. And so when I came back, everybody had started sending me emails, cards, stuff from all over the country, because the story about me made the cover of the Philadelphia Inquirer, and it pretty much put my friendship and Kevin, my relationship with Kevin, on everyone's front page. People started emailing me saying, hey, what my relationship did, what that made them feel, what my action of riding a bicycle across the United States did for them. And so I wanted to do more. So I rode my bicycle across Africa. And how I describe that is, if riding my bicycle across the United States, that took me right to the edge of what I thought I could achieve in this lifetime. But riding my bicycle across Africa from Cairo to Cape Town totally pushed me over that edge. And it was just like anything else. I mean, you jump out into space and all of a sudden you don't fall, you're flying.
I saw the pyramids and the Sphinx. The race started right at the pyramids. I rode my bike through Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania, and Malawi, and Zambia, and Botswana, Namibia, and finally South Africa.
Africa was a beautiful experience, was just on so many levels. And I just came back from that and I wanted to do more. And the next trip that I did was across Asia, going from Istanbul to Beijing. On my next trip, I was going to ride my bicycle across the United States, but not just ride. I was going to stop and volunteer at different places, because I felt that was the best way to say thank you. I flew to San Diego and fed the homeless in San Diego, was at a school for blind children in Phoenix, a hospice in Las Cruces, a halfway house in El Paso, cancer treatment center in Austin, Galveston, YMCA, New Orleans, SPCA, domestic violence shelter in Mobile, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee Drug Addiction Center, and Walter Reed Medical Center. And that was, as special as Africa was, as special as all of my trips were. I mean, that trip was really up there, because There was no support on this trip. There was no, it was just me and you. I didn't have any budget. So in order for that trip to go off right, I needed you to give me a place to stay. I needed you to buy me lunch. I needed you to give me directions. I needed people. I needed people so badly. So badly. And people didn't let me down. The warmth that I got from that trip really made me want to do a lot of things. It made me want to do more trips, but more than anything, it made me want to tell my story. My story is that I didn't stop, and that's what I want to talk about, not stopping, staying true to yourself, keep continuing on that path. That's the special part of my story, that there's 1,000,001 places where I could have stopped, but I didn't. And because I didn't stop, because I continued on, this is the most fulfilled I have felt in my life.